Welcome to a night of total terror.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its time.
We must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotion.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
Welcome back to Thursday of the Dead, episode 176. My name is Chase. Tonight is the night of the first Thursday of the Dead screening for 2023, which is a rare theatrical screening of Dr. Butcher, MD, at the Tower Theater here in Sacramento. As for the subject for today's episode, I decided to showcase my recent VHS tapes. If you go back to my first episode, back when it was called Dawn of the Dead Thursday, you'll see that it all started with VHS tapes. I used to have a very large collection of VHS horror movies, and I made the foolish decision to sell them off a few years back. I kept the VHS tapes that I featured in the first episode of Dawn of the Dead Thursday. I also kept all my Night of the Living Dead tapes. I've been filming the unboxings of some of my recent VHS purchases. To be honest, I can't remember if I've shared any of them in recent videos, so I'll just share them all here. First up is a cool and new tape for George Romero's The Amusement Park. Sure, this movie is streaming on Shudder, but I own the Blu-ray and the Japanese movie program, so finding this tape online meant that it was a natural addition to my collection. This Night of the Living Dead tape is cool and unusual. I like that it includes a replica of the British Quad poster. of Night of the Living Dead, here's my most recent tape acquisition, which is in the PAL format. I've been collecting PAL tapes for my Dawn of the Dead collection, so the fact that I can't play it doesn't bother me. This tape is signed by Patricia Tallman, which is a bonus for me. Now for another George Romero PAL tape, which is Creepshow. I think I did show this one in a previous episode. I remember mentioning that I wanted the Japanese VHS, which had a similar cover, and this copy was more affordable. If you haven't watched Zombiethon, you're not alone. I don't think it's in print anymore, and it's basically a series of clips from various zombie movies. The box art is great, though. This brings up the question of why I'm collecting VHS again. I used to own a copy of Zombiethon, and I want to replace the one that I sold. These VHS tapes are meant to be part of a display that I just haven't put together yet. Thanks as always for watching, and stay tuned for a trailer for my next Thursday of the Dead movie, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things.
I, Alan, take this body.
Yeah, and welcome to it. You deserve everything you're getting.
There's no business like show business like...
And I think, in time, we may get even closer. I'm going to take your scraps and feed them to my dog.
Well, that's all right. Just keep a stiff upper lip.
Oh, yes, they had such a wonderful time. They laughed and laughed and laughed. That is, until Orville's friends dropped in. Then they screamed and screamed and screamed. Oh, yes, the children had such a lovely time. It's too bad nobody ever told them children shouldn't play with dead things.